This video is dedicated to one of the most legendary NASCAR drivers of all time, David Pearson, the three-time Cup Series champion and three-time Southern 500 and Coca-Cola 600 winner, is also the 2011 Hall of Fame inductee and the 1976 winner of the Great American Race. Pearson's career saw him get 105 wins, 113 poles, and 366 top tens. Unfortunately, he lost his life on Monday, November 12, 2018. The NASCAR community mourns the loss of Pearson, and he will forever be missed. On your screen, you see the battle of the 1976 Daytona 500, one of the most hard-fought victories of David Pearson's career and one of the most memorable finishes for any NASCAR fan. Richard Petty and David Pearson have a fierce rivalry, and as they take the white flag to go claim the victory in the Daytona 500, they're bumper to bumper as they head down the back straightaway with Petty in the lead. Coming into turn number 3, David Pearson with a slingshot jumps to the inside of Petty, and they're door-to-door as Pearson clears Petty coming into the turn number 3. As they work their way around the lap car coming through turn number 4, Richard Petty gets another run to the inside of David Pearson, and the two make contact. They are able to continue as they work their way off turn number 4 into the tri-oval, as Petty and Pearson both wreck coming to the start and finish line. It looks as though Richard Petty's going to win the race, but when the car stalls in the grass 200 yards short of the finish line, you can hear David Pearson over the radio saying, "Where is he? Where is he?" referring to that wrecked 43. Pearson then feathers the clutch and throttle in first gear and drives the number 21 car to victory lane in the Daytona 500, his one and only win of the race. David Pearson will truly be missed by every NASCAR fan, and we will race on this weekend because it is what David Pearson has helped build today. 35 weeks of close action all come down to one great weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's time to take a look at what to expect from your 2018 Monster Energy Cup Series finale, the Ford EcoBoost 400 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Let's take a look at your TV schedule. On Friday, November 16th, 2018 at 1 p.m. on NBCSN, you have your opening Cup Series practice. Then at 6 p.m., it's Busch pole qualifying, the final qualifying session of the year on NBCSN. Saturday, November 17th, 2018, we'll see the final Cup Series practice of 2018 on NBCSN. And then on Sunday, November 18th at 3 p.m. is the Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead on NBC with exclusive cameras of the Championship 4 on NBCSN. Let's take a look at your entry list. It's going to be a full 40-car field to cap off the 2018 racing season. We're going to have Jamie McMurray in the number 1 McDonald Chevy Camaro Z01 making what is expected to be his final start with Chip Ganassi Racing. The number 2 discount tire Ford Fusion for Team Penske will be Bad Brad Keselowski. Then it's the number 3 Dow Chevy Camaro Z01 of Austin Dillon. Piloting the number 4 Freaky Fast Jimmy John Ford Fusion, looking to get his second Cup Series championship, it's the closer Kevin Harvick. Then piloting the number 6 Wyndham Rewards Ford Fusion for Roush Fenway Racing, making what might be his final Cup Series start, Matt Kenseth. The number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevy Camaro Z01 will be driven by Chase Elliott for Hendrick Motorsports. Then behind the wheel, the number 10 Smithfield Ford Fusion is Eric Almirola for Stewart-Haas Racing. Piloting the number 11 FedEx Express Toyota Camry XSE for Joe Gibbs Racing will be Denny Hamlin. Then it's the number 12 Menards Ford Fusion of Ryan Blaney, and the number 13 Geico Chevy of Ty Dillon. Piloting the number 14 Rush Truck Center's Haas CNC Ford Fusion for Stewart-Haas Racing is Clint Boyer, and the number 17 Fastenal Ford Fusion will be Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Chasing down his second Cup Series championship is the driver making his 4th straight Championship 4 appearance from Las Vegas, the number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry XSE of Kyle Busch. Then it's his teammate from Monterrey, Mexico, making his final start with Joe Gibbs Racing, the number 19 Eris Toyota Camry of Daniel Suarez, and their teammate, the number 20 DeWalt Toyota Camry XSE of Eric Jones. Paying tribute to David Pearson, the number 21 Ford Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford Fusion for the Wood Brothers, it's Paul Menard. And the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford Fusion for Team Penske is Joey Logano, looking to win his first Cup Series championship. Then it's the number 24 Hurt Chevy Camaro Z01 for Hendrick Motorsports, your Rookie of the Year, William Byron. And piloting the number 31 Easy Go Chevy Camaro Z01, making his final start for Richard Childress Racing, it's Ryan Ryan Newman. And the number 32 Zynga Poker Ford Fusion will be Matt DiBenedetto in his final start for Go Fast Racing. The number 34 Rotella Ford Fusion for Front Row Racing will be driven by Michael McDowell. Then it's the number 37 Tide Chevy Camaro Z01 of Chris Buescher, and the number 38 1000bulbs.com Ford Fusion of David Reagan for Front Row Racing. Piloting the number 41 Haas CNC Monster Energy Ford Fusion, making his final start for Stewart Haas Racing, it's Kurt Busch. And then it's the number 42 DC Solar Chevy Camaro Z01 of Kyle Larson. Expect this driver to be up in the high line all night long. The number 43 Transimpact.com Chevy Camaro Z01 is the Richard Petty Motorsports driver Darrell Wallace Jr. Then it's the number 47 Kroger Clickless Chevy Camaro Z01 in his final start for JTG Darty Racing, AJ Allmendinger. In 2002, the failed Xfinity Series driver Jimmy Johnson got his shot with Hendrick Motorsports in the Lowe's Chevrolet. And after 83 wins, including 2 Daytona 500s, 4 Coca-Cola 600s, 4 Brickyard 400s, and 2 Severn 500s, as well as 7 Cup Series championships, 35 poles, and 352 top 10s, Jimmy Johnson, Lowe's, and Chad Canals are making their final start together as Team 48, throwing it back to that rookie paint scheme. Making his final start for Furniture Row Racing in their final race as a team is the number 78 Bass Pro Shops 5-Hour Energy Toyota Camry XSE, your defending Cup Series champion, Martin Truex Jr. Then it's the number 88 Axalta Chevy Camaro Z01 of Alex Bowman, and the number 95 Dumont Jet Chevy Camaro of Regan Smith, the team that's making their final start in a Chevrolet. Here's the rest of your entry list not previously pictured. You see Corey LaJoie back in the number 72 after Cole Witt retired last weekend. Your most wins by driver in the Ford EcoBoost 400 is Greg Biffle and Tony Stewart, each with 3 wins around the Miami Speedway. Then it's Roush Fenway Racing, your most wins by team with 7 in the Ford EcoBoost 400. And the Ford Fusion leads the way with most wins by manufacturer at 7 wins. Here are your race stats. This is a 1.5 mile speedway, 267 laps to the distance, 80 laps this distance for stage 1 and stage 2. Your final stage is 107 laps, and the defending winner and champion is the number 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Don't forget to catch the Ford EcoBoost 400 November 18th, 2018 on NBC at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys so much for watching this Cup Series race preview video. Be sure to click the squares on your screen for an individual preview of each driver in the championship 4. This is Big KEMMO. I want to thank you all for following along this season.